Iran is burning. Protests have spread to every province. People are facing water shortages, economic hardships, and a government trying to hold on by force. And now, the United States is threatening action, while China warns against foreign interference. This isn't just a story about Iran. It's a story about global power, strategy, and what happens when allies and enemies collide. China's foreign ministry made it clear on January 12, 2026, we always oppose interference in other countries' internal affairs. For China, this is consistent policy: protect sovereignty, support allies like Iran, and push back against what it sees as U.S. hegemony. Germany and other nations are condemning violence against protesters, but China's message is simple: keep your hands off. The protests themselves are massive. Starting in late December 2025, they've swept through all 31 provinces of Iran. People are demanding basic things: water, jobs, freedom. But the response has been harsh. Internet shutdowns, communication blackouts, and according to human rights groups, over 500 dead, including children. The numbers may be higher. It's impossible to verify under the blackout. President Trump warned Iran, continue using lethal force, and the U.S. could respond at levels they've never been hit before. Options on the table include military strikes, cyber attacks, and sanctions targeting Iran's energy and regime figures. Trump frames it as support for freedom and protesters, but Iran sees it as a direct threat. Iranian officials have responded with warnings of their own. Parliament has declared U.S. bases, ships, and Israel legitimate targets if attacked. The government frames the protests as foreign orchestrated, possibly to justify the crackdown and present themselves as defending the nation.
You must be very careful that the advice they are giving you for an attack on Iran is not the same kind of counsel as when you claimed Mashhad had already fallen. Therefore, to ensure you do not fall victim to any grave miscalculation, understand this clearly. Should you proceed with an attack on Iran, both the occupied territories and all military centers and bases, and American ships in the region will be our legitimate targets, and with these explicit confessions you have made regarding your intention of military aggression against Iran, within the established framework of legitimate self-defense, we do not intend to restrict our capabilities to merely responding after an aggressive action has already been initiated against us. Instead, our approach will be to take decisive action based upon clear and objective indication of an impending threat. It was necessary for me to tell you and all your allies in the region this: do not make a miscalculation, because regret will not bring you any benefit.
Iran and China are close. Iran sells oil to China, provides land routes to Europe, and serves as a strategic partner in the Middle East. For China, Iran isn't just a country, it's a link in a global strategy: energy, trade, and influence. Experts warn, if the US or Israel strikes, Iran could hit back, potentially dragging in Russia and China. This isn't hypothetical. World powers are already watching, and Iran could become a flashpoint for a much larger conflict. So here's where we are. Protesters fight for freedom. Governments plot strategy. And superpowers jostle for influence. Iran isn't just a map point. It's a living, breathing story of power, risk, and what happens when local struggles meet global ambitions.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.